Plushies. So I might have mentioned this a few times in the past, but one of my favorite things to collect. I am a general kind of figure collector, but my favorite thing to collect is plushies. Those are kind of my favorite things to collect. I don't know how much of my audience or follower base is into that kind of stuff, but I thought it'd be fun to maybe share my collection a bit and kind of tell some stories attached to some of the things I own. Maybe that'd be fun. I don't know. Let's do that right now. So I'm just gonna kind of start at the bottom here and work our way up. Here's the first thing. It's a Whooper. I got this for Christmas years ago. I wish I had more of a story to tell with the first one we're looking at here, but that's it. It's Whooper. Next up, here's a Quagsire. I'm picking some real great ones to start with, because I also don't even remember where I got this one from. Quagsire is my favorite Pokemon. So at some point in time, I probably assumed I need something from this little creature. And that's probably where I got this one. I have a story about this one. I know this one. I think this is a bootleg, to be frank with you. I'm 90% sure it is. My mom got me this when I was like 12 for like a Valentine's Day gift. I distinctly remember opening it up. Maybe it's not a bootleg, I don't know. There was kind of this one store near us. We didn't have a lot of those kind of stores for weirdos. Because, you know, back when I was like younger, like around 12-ish or 10-ish, the landscape for like buying video game merch stuff was very different. You know, you can go to the store now and buy like Mario stuff super easily, but back when I was younger, the only video game stuff that really had a presence in stores and stuff was like Pokemon, and that's it. So we had like kind of one hobby store that would get like imports in. I would go there every once in a while. Like it was kind of always the special thing to get to go there and like pick something out. There's a few other things I have that I got from there to kind of talk about soon, but this is kind of the ones I remember distinctly getting as a gift. Kids today are so lucky. They can go to the store and buy a Link plush whenever they want. You know, when I was younger, you had to import shit. Here's Tingle. I think I bought Tingle when I went to New York for the first time. I bought him at the Nintendo store, I think. Yeah. That's fucking Tingle. Bye. I'm so cruel, I'm sorry. Here's Manaphy. I think my friend Kels? No, Kels didn't buy me this. I don't remember. I don't have any strong affection towards Manaphy, so I don't actually remember where I got this from. Somebody sent it to me alongside a bunch of other stuff, but I don't quite remember where I got it. I'm not actually the world's biggest Pokemon fan. I like Pokemon for sure. I own some Pokemon stuff. I've played some Pokemon games, but I'm not a Pokemaniac, as the kids would say. So I don't own a ton from it. And Manaphy's not even a Pokemon I particularly super love. You know, feel free to dislike the video, I'm sorry. But, you know, it's a cute plush. It's a cute Pokemon. I don't super love Manaphy, but I don't despise it with every... I wouldn't put it on my top 10 worst guys ever made list. Here's Susie, Wife Central. Kirby plushies, for a bit, I think they've kind of slowed down on this, admittedly. They were super cool. They were making a lot of, like, weird characters and kind of obscure ones, and, like, really particular choices. So, like, all, like, kind of the main guys from a bunch of games would get plushies. There's, like, Magolor and Taranza and DeRoach. But they kind of stopped recently. I thought they were going to do, like, all the characters you could play as in Star Allies, and they just stopped. They stopped after DeRoach, so they never got, like, Dark Meta Knight and Adelaide and the Mage Sisters, which is sad. A lot of the more recent ones are kind of variations on Kirby, and then, like, Marks and Waddle Dee, and that's it. It's not as bad as I'm describing it, but I do kind of wish they would do more characters again. But this is a really cool plush. I like how they handled her, because if you're a Kirby fan, you might know the kind of infamous thing where, for a bit, every new Kirby character they made would have, like, floating limbs. And so all the plushes had to kind of work around that, but I'm pretty fond of how they did Susie. She's kind of in a pose. It's a very cute plush. Here's King Dedede. Now, you might notice he's a little ripped up. When we were moving, my stuff kind of arrived before I got here, and my dog got to King Dedede, so he's a bit torn up. I should probably buy a new one someday, but I'm weirdly attached to this one. King Dedede is one of my favorite little guys ever. This is a great plush of him. You know, this is kind of the main Sine plush. And they always do good stuff. And yeah, it's a really good plush. I should probably buy a new one someday, because he's kind of torn up, and I feel a bit bad about that. And look at his cute little face. Now here's the best guy ever. This is Chef Kawasaki. 6. I bought this one when I went to New York. I definitely bought this one when I went to New York for the first time. Chef Kawasaki is, like, to me, the Kirby mini-boss. Like, Bonkers is probably second, but, like, Chef Kawasaki is, like, the anime, and as of recent, they tend to put Chef Kawasaki a lot of merchandising, too. And, you know, how can you blame them? This is kind of a perfect character, to be frank. He's an orange circle with this face. You don't really get any better than this, I think, in my opinion. Okay, bye. Animal Kirby, this is another one that's ripped up a little bit, because I've owned this one this is another one I got from that another one of that hobby shop, like import shops. This is another one where my older dogs got to. I don't know why dogs are so wanting to maul Kirby characters. But yeah, I've owned this one for a long time. Animal is a cute ability. It's from Squeak Squad, right? I feel dumb for not knowing that. I'm pretty sure it's Squeak Squad. I feel like it probably gets forgotten a bit, because Squeak Squad in general gets forgotten a bit. There was a lot of talk about it coming back in Forgotten Land, but I have the theory they didn't bring it back, even though, like, Driller kind of does the same thing. Because what creature in a game where all the enemies are animals would give you animal? That's kind of my theory on it. They just what creature specifically would give you this? But yeah, really cute plush. Everyone loves Kirby. Goodbye, Kirby. Next we have Hammer Kirby. This is another one I've owned for a long time, so it's a bit dirty. You know, because I've owned these I owned a lot of these when I was kids, particularly the Kirby ones. I've lost a lot of my older ones, but the Kirby ones are ones I've owned for like years. And I played with them because I was like 9. You know, 9-year-olds like to play with their plushies. Hammer Kirby's my favorite Kirby ability. Because I like King Dedede. And I don't know, I'm a big fan of like kind of those short range, high power thing. And this, you know, it's cool to own a plush of Hammer Kirby, my favorite. I tried to flick him over, it didn't work. I failed that bit. Here's Meta Knight. I bought this on Hot Topic. I don't remember why I remember that. This isn't the kind of modern Sine plush. This is kind of a lower quality one. I'm not exactly sure what line it's from. I should probably look that up. It might be, because this might be like an anime plush, but I don't think so. I don't know. But it's Meta Knight. It's a pretty alright one. Nothing too fancy. This is kind of just, you know, a Meta Knight plush you could buy at Hot Topic. Rick! Fuck yeah, baby! Rick! This is the best guy ever. Fucking Rick! I love Rick the Hamster. Rick the Hamster is the best character ever made. I've said like 5 times already, and we're on shelf 1. But, you know, what's not to love about Rick the Hamster? He's Australian in the dub. He's adorable. He's just fat little hamster. Just a great character. I bought this one on my second trip to New York when I was visiting my girlfriend Rosa. I bought this one at the Nintendo store. Very cool. You'll notice the plushes I've bought more recently still have their tags, because in recent times, you know, when I came more serious about plush collecting, I cared a bit more about having the tags still. So a lot of my older stuff don't have tags, but stuff I bought more recently, they do have the tags. Really fun stuff. This is a Star Allies plush from my friend Lou. You might know Lou from every other episode Ready to Start the Podcast, if you watch kind of my other stuff. Our backup guests, our ultimate backup guests. So we also do Looney Duels together, and she recently sent me kind of a package. She was kind of getting stuff, and I wanted one thing from her, when she kind of posted on a Discord word, and then she sent me a bunch of other stuff too, which was very nice. But yeah, it's Starlight's plush. Very cool. Very cute. Kirby loves you. How adorable. So fun story about this. Bandana Waddle Dee, despite being like one of the main Kirby characters, does not have a lot of plushies. He did not get an official recent plush until Forgotten Land. One's coming out in that game's wave, which also has a Woofy and Elfilin in it. But for a while, there was kind of just weird miscellaneous plushes. Like, this is kind of a small keychain plush for Kirby Battle Royale. Remember that one? That game uses Umbrella instead of Spear, because Spear wasn't in it, which is, there's a fun fact for you. But, besides this one, there was a plush of him with, like, a camera, too, that was a bit more normal-sized, I think. So they're a bit weird about Bandana Waddle Dee plushies for a bit, but they're finally making one. I'd like to pick that up when I can. I recorded an intro for this originally that I messed up, so I didn't keep it, but I mentioned there. Why I collect plushies is not as much as I used to, because, real-world stuff happened. I'm an adult now. I need money for other stuff. So when I buy plushies, it tends to be, like, around, like, my birthday or Christmas. Like, if anyone asks what I want, it's like, you can just give me money, because I have anxiety, and I don't like telling people what I like. Here's Sword Kirby. That's another one I've owned for a long time. This is definitely an anime-era plush. I don't know if it was specifically made for the anime, but it's, like, definitely from around that time. This is another one of my favorite ones to play as a kid. Because, when you're, like, 12, you think Sword Kirby's the coolest thing ever. And, when you're 23, you still think Sword Kirby's the coolest thing ever. Because Kirby's objectively a cool character. If you disagree, unsubscribe. So this is the only Sonic plush I own, technically. There's one more that kinda counts. But this is the only, like, Sonic plush I own. Eggman's probably my favorite Sonic character. Maybe that'll change someday if I indulge in more Sonic media. But I love Eggman. I think he's a great design in, like, every version of him. This is for the, anniversary stuff they were doing around when Sonic Mania came out. I don't know what number anniversary that is, so I'm sorry. Yeah, but, this was the Tomy line they did. There was him, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles in the classic designs. These are very nice, shiny plushies. Yeah, not much else to say. It's a good-ass Eggman. I love classic Eggman. He's really cute. Here's Chef Kirby. This is another one I can tell I've owned for a while because it's dirty and it's missing the frying pan it's supposed to come with. I don't have much to say about this one, to be frank. This is another one I got from that import shop. It's dirty because I played it when I was 9. Fun story. Mirror Kirby. Mirror Kirby's an ability that went it's kind of a, I want to say fan favorite. I'm never sure what people actually like. But it went disappearing for a bit. It didn't come, it was in between, like, Superstar, not counting the remake, Superstar Ultra. It didn't come back until Robobot, I believe. But it was in the anime, so it got a plush. I believe, yes, again, these are plushies based on the anime. But cool. This is kind of Mirror Kirby's older hat. When he came back in Robobot, they gave him a new hat. They kind of, because both Mirror and Bomb had hats that were recolors of Sword and Beam respectively. I imagine kind of to save on animation. But now, like, recently changed the hats to be kind of more befitting to what they actually are. So Mirror Kirby has a new hat now. So this is a plush of his old hat, which is cool to own, to be honest. Was Beam even in the anime? Was it only Mirror? I never thought about that. I have not watched that in a while. I don't know. Wobbuffet. This is my second favorite Pokemon. I'll just do both the Wobbuffets out at the same time. I don't remember I got either of these. They just appeared. But Wobbuffet's one of my favorite Pokemon. As you can tell, I like Pokemon that are blue in circles. I don't like anything else. I hate Pikachu. That's not true. Pikachu's alright. Yeah, I don't have much to say. Wobbuffet. Cool Pokemon. Waddle Dee. This was a Christmas gift. I don't remember when it was a Christmas gift, but it was a Christmas gift. Not much to say. It's just Waddle Dee. And everyone likes Waddle Dees. The most recent Kirby game, Forgotten Land, they made Waddle Dees like friendly characters in that. And I feel like they could never make Waddle Dees evil ever again. like enemies because they made them too endearing. It's really the voice. They kind of go "Wunya" in the new game, and it's kind of the cutest thing ever. And I don't think they can make them enemies ever again. They've doomed themselves, to be frank. Here's Wing Kirby. So this is the most dirty and like washed out of like all the old plushies I own, like from when I was like 10. And the story is, and I remember this so specifically, I left this one outside and lost it in the backyard, and then I found it like a year later. So it was just out in the sun getting washed up, so you can see its colors like are just gone, and it's dirty. And I still own it anyway. I don't know. I used to have a lot of stuff I don't own. Like I own like a lot of Mario Party 5 plushies. If you know anything about plush collecting, you're probably gonna kill me for saying I lost all of them. But yeah. Dog is barking. Hopefully that doesn't pick up. This is another gift from Lou that came recently. This is definitely another anime plush. This is based off Waddle Dee and the anime. Do you remember that? What did he sound like in that? Was he Australian too? Was he like, "Oh, young cubby"? No, that was one of the knights. I don't remember what he sounded like. Waddle Doo. Great character. Classic character. Great job with the character, Reggie. Olimar, baby. Now, this is another one I have to talk about. So when Pikmin 2 came out, there was a plush line for it, and it came with all 5 of the Pikmin in that game, a Bulborb, an Olimar and Louie, and Olimar and Louie from that line in particular became super, like, well-desired because there just was nothing else of them. You know, Olimar's, but, you know, if you're a Pikmin fan, Olimar's gonna be one of your favorite characters because what's not to love about him? So those plushes were super highly desired. They were only released in Japan, and they were hard to get. Until just a few years ago, I don't remember quite the year, but it's very recent, did a Pikmin All-Stars wave. So they did like these things called All-Star waves, where like they do like touched up, improved version of previous waves they did, and they did a Pikmin one, and included I think all 7 Pikmin this time. I believe include Rock and Wing too. This is the same tag design, so I think they might be from the same line. I think I include the Bulborb, and then it included Olimar, which was a big deal, and I did Louie again recently too. So it's super cool to finally own an Olimar plushie, because I love Pikmin, I love Olimar. I wish they would do the captains from Pikmin 3, but I feel like they never will. I feel like they're not going to do that. But yeah, I love Olimar, I love Pikmin. I should probably own more Pikmin plushes. I just, you know, I don't... Whenever I go to think to buy them, like twice a year, I don't think to buy any more Pikmin ones. But yeah, there's Olimar. Now, this is another one I've owned for a long time. This is back when, I think this is a World Nintendo plush, I'm pretty sure. And you could tell it's old because I cut the tag off. I had like a Doons when I was a kid. I bought this when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, I really loved Chugga Conroy's Pikmin Let's Plays. And I thought Steve the Epic Red Pikmin was the funniest thing in the world to me when I was that age. So I had to own a Red Pikmin plush. I just had to. I generally also, like, now as an adult, I just like Red Pikmin the best out of all them, like, design-wise. Winged is probably a close second, as you can tell by the fact that I own it, but I really like Red Pikmin. Their noses, I think, are cute. I think noses are the cutest. But yeah, that's the story. I bought this because I liked Steve the Epic Red Pikmin when I was 12. Yeah, here's the last thing I own. This is a Winged Pikmin. I bought this also on my most recent New York trip when I was visiting Rosa. Not much else to say. It's a nice plush, a really good plush. Winged Pikmin are super cute. And yeah. Okay, on to shelf 2. This is a lot of Mario stuff, but there's kind of a miscellaneous corner right here. Animal Crossing, the one Fire Emblem plush I own. So this is probably actually one of the rarer things I own. You could tell I played with it when I was a kid because it's dirty and it's missing. It's supposed to have like the fishing bulb on it, but it's gone because I broke it as a kid. And if you know how rare this plush is, like I don't know if it's super ultra rare, but it's pretty rare. You're probably wanting to strangle me right now. Yeah, this is the Boy Villager plush from Wild World. They do not make a lot of plushies of the villager characters, like the player characters. And this is one of the few they've ever made. There was going to be one based off kind of the City Folk / Smash Bros kind of design, and they never released it. They canceled it, which is unfortunate. So this is the only one, and I own it, and it's dirty and broken. But at least I own it. I'm glad 12-year-old. I was even younger. I was like 8-year-old me wanted this. The Fire Emblem's not really a series I play a ton of. That's a lie. It's a Fire Emblem's a series I don't play at all. It's not because I dislike it. Just as I get older, I don't play a lot of games. I play like 3 games a year. I'm like the fakest gamer of all time. But I'm very endeared to like plushies of these kind of series existing. Like they don't do plushies for like a lot of mature games. Nintendo particularly, they don't do Metroid plushies, for example. There's not even a lot of Zelda plushies. So I'm very endeared to like the fact that this exists. So I bought this on that recent New York trip I was talking about. It's a cool plush. It's cool to own a plush of like a character like this. They even got the eye detail, which is cool. But yeah, there's the tag. That's how you know I bought it recently. And this is Sine also. I think if you see a Nintendo plush on the shelf, unless stated otherwise, it's probably Sine who made it. Last year's Isabelle. She's got a bell. I don't remember when I bought this. It had to be when I was younger because she was without the tag, but I don't remember when I specifically bought it. I like Isabelle fine enough. I don't love Isabelle as much as I used to, maybe, but I like her fine enough. My dog's barking around. We got the Isabelle. Here's the Mario Princesses. I think I bought Peach and Rosalie at the same time. I was kind of just buying a bunch of characters I didn't own at one point. So I kind of bought I owned Daisy prior, I know that. But Peach and Rosalie I just kind of bought on a whim. Like, I should probably have all 3 of them. These are Sine plushies. I don't have much to say about these 2. They're good. This is I think this is... I cut their tag off. What a fool. Somehow I didn't cut Daisy's tag off, as though I bought her first. I guess I would have the hindsight to do it, but yeah, there's Peach and Rosalina. Let me talk about Daisy! Because she's my favorite of the 3. Daisy, as much as she's like a main kind of Mario member, she does not have a lot of merch. There's this plush, her 2 amiibos, and she has like 2 scattered figures, and that's it. And I guess like the universal like strap you can buy, but that's it. There's not a lot of Daisy shit. I wish there was more. Mario has the curse of gendered toy marketing. So like when they make Mario stuff, it has to be for boys, technically. So they don't make a lot of the girl characters. They make a few like Pity Peach figures, and like that's it. There's not even a lot of like. So like Toadette has been like in every like Switch Mario game, but she has like nothing besides the plush I'll show in a minute. So that kind of applies over to Daisy, which is unfortunate. I'd like more stuff of Daisy. So I like Daisy. She's very wifey. I'll just go and say how. Shit. Shy Guy. Shy Guy's my favorite Mario enemy. I love Shy Guy. I think they're adorable. Look how fucking cute he is. He fell over. I don't have much else to say about it, though. I don't remember exactly when I bought this. I just like Shy Guy, so I probably bought it at some point in time. Fuzzy. I don't remember where I got this either. It's another one I forgot. Sure is Fuzzy. Fuzzy's a funny Mario character. Is that good enough? Is that enough to say about Fuzzy? Okay, bye. Fuzzy fell on the floor. I'm kind of tossing these behind me. Wario. This is another one of those ones I kind of bought when I was like just buying a bunch of them at once. Because I didn't own Wario, and I like Wario. So like, I gotta own a Wario. I can't have a plush collection without Wario. If I could own another Wario plush, so I keep meaning to get this someday. I really want to own the Kelly Toy Wario. Did I get that right? Kelly Toy? Were they the ones that did like those like theme park ones? I think so. The Kelly Toy Wario plush is the stuff of legends. It's got Terra's Lois. It looks hilarious. But the big thing for me is there's this video me and my friends have joked about for years called Wario and Waluigi Go to the Park. And in that video, the plush they use is the Kelly Toy Wario, so I need to own it and go to the park with it. I'm not sure. I don't have the confidence to do that, but I want to own it anyway. But this Wario plush is pretty good. You know, everyone likes Wario. Waluigi! You know, same thing kind of about Wario. This is kind of one I bought when I was just buying characters I didn't own. I like Waluigi more than I think people have kind of started to hate Waluigi again because he's a meme character or whatever. But I'm very endeared to him. I think there's something just kind of funny about the concept of a character. Like Luigi's kind of the loser version of Mario already. I say that endearingly. You'll see what I mean in a minute when I say that endearingly. But I think the loser version of a loser character is a really funny concept. I feel like Waluigi's a character who really needs to be in a game with like dialogue. Because I feel like when you give Waluigi dialogue, there's gonna be like fun character stuff you can do. Because he's very much someone who wallows in self-pity. It's never his fault. I don't know. I think he's a fun character. I like Waluigi, and this plush is pretty good. Here's Bullet Bill. I don't have much else to say. It's Bullet Bill. I don't remember where I got this. This is probably a gift from like my mom when I was younger. Bullet Bill. Here we go. Here's the good shit. This is a old Goomba plush from Super Mario World. I love these old UFO catcher plushies so fucking much. I think they're all kind of like objectively not very good. Like here, you can like put up this Goomba. Like obviously one's more on model. But there is so much, like, charm to something like this, I feel like, that's just off and kind of cheap. I just think it's so cute. I love these old UFO catcher plushies so much. They just wouldn't make a plush that looks like this anymore. So they gotta, be on model. And Goomba, he's killed them. Goomba is like, they brought them back recently, but they were gone for a bit. And I don't think they made a new one since, like a new Goomba plush, so this is the only Goomba. Goomba. Take Conkabout with you. Here's Donkey Kong. This is a Nintendo's collectible beanbag characters. Donkey Kong. Super cool. This is the only Donkey Kong plush I own. I feel like after a bit, I stopped buying, like for Mario characters, if I was gonna buy a plush of them, I kind of wanted a weirder one after a while, because, like, I don't know. I thought it was more fun. So this is the only Donkey Kong I own. I thought this would be kind of a fun one to own. And it's cute. I like getting stuff kind of like older designs that are a bit off, like I said. I love this little N64S Donkey Kong. Very cute. I've called so many things very cute. And here is Cappy from Super Mario Odyssey. Cappy's a character I thought would be popping up more. They kind of throw the eyes on Mario on some things sometimes, but I thought like Cappy was gonna be like how Luma was like playable in a lot of things. Now I thought they were gonna put like Cappy like in Mario Kart and tennis, but he kind of hasn't. I feel like that's weird. It's a very cute design. I kind of wish Cappy was kind of just playable in spin-offs more. But maybe, I don't know, because they already have a ghost character, the Boo, they don't want to. But I think that's dumb. I think the Cappy should be in things more. I like Cappy. This is a good plush. Very good plush. The last thing on this shelf is Kamek. I don't remember where I bought Kamek. I like Kamek. It's like Bowser's grandpa, and that's cute. Alright, and here's kind of a part 2 to the Mario shelf. I own a lot of Mario shit. Let's start with the Todds. This is Blue Todd. I got this for my birthday. I don't remember what birthday, but it's Blue Todd. That's Buckenberry. That's his official name, in case you were wondering. I consider that canon, and if Nintendo ever tries to say otherwise, I disagree. Here's Red Todd. Fuck, it sure is. I don't have much to say about Red Todd. Now here's when the party starts. This is Cat Blue Todd. And what's exciting about this is a World of Nintendo plush, I'm pretty sure. A friend bought me this when I was like 17, because I knew I liked Mario. And I was the cool friend, as you can tell. And the fun thing about this plush is it's got like cheeks to it. So it looks really funny. Look at he looks like a grandpa. He's like a baby and a grandpa at the same time. It's kind of the best. Like, objectively, this isn't very good. But I'm kind of obsessed with it, and I'm glad I own it. I don't know if all the Blue Cat Todd plushies are like this. I don't think they are, probably. I've never really looked. But I'm glad mine is. These are 2 plushies of a character who doesn't actually exist anymore, because they shut the service down. This is Kanopi-kun. He was the mascot for the Nintendo Line service, which is kind of a texting program in Japan specifically. It exists in America, but it's a lot more prevalent outside of America. And Todd Green Kanopi-kun was kind of the mascot for it. I think there's a kind of better plush of it out there now. They made at some point. I wish they kind of threw Kanopi-kun in the game. Like, I think that's like an alt for Toad, like in Mario Kart or like Tetris or something. Because, like, he's just green. He's just Toad, but green. I like Kanopi-kun. I have a soft spot for Kanopi-kun. But yeah, these are cute. They're little keychains. They're not super high quality. There's nothing on the back. These are barely even plushies. But, I don't know. It's fun to own something of this character. And here's where the fucking party starts. This is, Toad from the Super Mario All-Stars line of plushies. This is the best Toad plush ever. And if you disagree with me, shut the fuck up. Look how fucking cute he is. This is the cutest plush of Toad ever. Look at his face. The Super Mario All-Star line of plushies, you can kind of see what's in it back here. It's a really cool little line. It's got characters you don't see a ton of. Not even, like, Birdo, as prevalent as she is, doesn't have a ton of plushies, but there's also, like, Hammer Mario. This Yoshi plush is false advertising, because that's actually the king from Mario World as a Yoshi. He's got a little crown on it. And then Pidgeot, that's what it's called, right? But yeah, I love this Toad plush. This is the best Toad ever. It is Toadette. I mentioned it earlier. Toadette feels like a character who would have more merchandise, because they put her in a ton of games, but she has this plush, and I think that's it. Like, this plush, which is a shame. They should make more Toadette stuff, because I would buy it, probably. I don't think she's like a figure. I own a figure of her, but it's a bootleg, because they won't make an actual real one. Why? And I guess my favorite... I almost knocked my good friends over. Here's my favorite little guy, Budger. So I own this. This is a bit of a weird one to explain. There's a... I think it's super funny looking. I like Bowser Jr. I like Bowser Jr. more than the average person, I would say. I feel like for a bit, and it's calmed down, but for a bit, I think people, like, hated Bowser Jr. for replacing the Koopalings, which is ironic, because now everyone hates the Koopalings, because they're too many things. But now I think people like Bowser Jr. more. I think he's kind of one of the more consistent, like, characters personality-wise in Mario. He's kind of, like, always characterized as being he kind of acts tougher than he actually is, and he's a bit of a daddy's boy. He seems like only hate Mario because his dad wants him to, but he kind of recognizes Mario as, like, a responsible adult he can, like, go to. And I think that's really endearing. I like Budger. Let's start with the boring Yoshi. This is just a white Yoshi. I think this was a gift. It was just given to me. I don't know what else to say. It's pretty good. It's white Yoshi. It's from Yoshi's story. That was the Yoshi you could get. Now it's time to fucking talk about a real Yoshi plush. Check this shit out. This is the best guy ever. This is another one of those Super Mario World, like, UFO catcher plushies. Look at this fucking guy. Look at this little, look at his hands. Look at his face. This is peak. This is the best plush ever. This is one of my favorites I own. And actually, I love this Yoshi. I love classic Yoshi a lot, where he's kind of droopy looking, a bit more long. I love that Yoshi. So it's cool to own a plush of him. Just the best ever. Alright, let's talk about the best thing I own. Poochie! I fucking love Poochie. I love Poochie so much. I think he's so cute, and they don't make plushies of weird characters like this a lot anymore. They haven't even made Pauline yet. They made Poochie, but not Pauline. So when this got announced, I had to get it. I love Poochie. I think he's a character they've used a lot more recently. He's in Odyssey. Like, that's an odd, like, being in a 3D Mario game is no, like, small feat. And yeah, he's so cute. The tag is from Yoshi's Crafted World. This kind of came out around that time, I want to say, this plush. But it's just labeled as a Mario plush. This isn't specifically a Yoshi's Crafted World plush. This is a Mario All-Star Collection plush of Poochie. This is kind of just the Poochie plush. Very cool. I love Poochie. Here's Nabbit. That bit I think is something people can agree on is probably the most interesting thing they've added in the new Super Mario Bros. Series ever. Since the DS game, at least. He's kind of just it's a really nice design. I don't know, there's not much else to say. It's a good plush, and I like Nabbit. I feel like Nabbit's a character, like, whenever he shows up in things, it feels special, because, like, they're kind of on and off about him. He'll show up sometimes, but not all the time. But he's a really cool character. I think Nabbit should be kind of more consistent in spin-offs, in my opinion. So this DD puppet is kind of separated from the Kirby one, so I wanted to have the two puppets I own next to each other. Really funny little DDD plush. He's got a huge beak. It looks really funny. This was a gift from Kelsey, I believe, who has sent me many plushies, and I very much appreciate them for doing so. But yeah, not much to say. Really funny plushie. Here's Luigi puppet. This is a World of Nintendo, I think. I got not much to say. I just thought it'd be funny to own this. You can make him dab. I did that last time I recorded one of these. Let's see if I can... I can't make him dab. I mean, this is the closest you're gonna get. I'm sorry. And here's Mario! This is the Sine Mario All-Star Mario plush. I don't have much else to say about it. I'm gonna be honest. This is another one I kind of bought when I was just buying a bunch of them. It's the best, like, plush of him, probably. Like, you can get easily. I mean, there's probably some better ones that are rarer, but, like, in terms of, like, an easy-to-get Mario plush looks great. I mean, this is your guy. Yeah, but let's get on to the real meat of the shelf. Here's the Luigi corner. Can you guess who my favorite Super Mario guy is? Where do you even start here? Start with the one that actually isn't Luigi. This is Polterpup. Polterpup's super cute. I think giving Luigi a little ghost dog is a very endearing character trait. I always thought it was funny. At the end of Dark Moon, to kind of signify that it's not possessed anymore by the Dark Moon, they give it pupils, and then 3, where it comes back, they retcon that. So it's, like, nice, but it doesn't have the pupils anymore. Because they knew it was cuter like this. Everyone likes Polterpup. Good little doggy. Like when Luigi's Mansion 3 goes, Polterpup! Speaking of Luigi's Mansion, here's the Dark Moon Luigi Mansion plush. There's another one of these where he's not scared, but I like when Luigi's scared. It's funny. Luigi's Mansion's one of my favorite game series of all time. I love all 3 of them with all my heart. They're very dear to my heart. Luigi's Mansion 3 was the first game I ever played, so it's got that series is a very special place in my heart. It's probably why I like Luigi so much. And this is a really cool plush. I wish they made like a line for 3 that had like EGAD. They're kind of weird with, like, I feel like for a bit during the like Wii U and 3DS era, they would make plushies for any game. Like everything they released would have a plush line, but now they're a lot more sparse with it. Like the mainline games look at plush lines, and then like they'll announce kind of offshoots every once in a while, but like that's it. They don't do a ton outside of that. It's a really cool plush. His big nose is always. This one gets bootlegged a lot too, though, so watch out for that. If you're just in general, if you're buying Mario plushies, look out. These get bootlegged a ton. You'll see right there. There's one I own right there. Here's Builder Luigi. This is kind of one of those rare instances where they make a plush of a random game. So this is a Mario Maker 2 Builder Luigi plush. I have to own any weird Luigi thing they make of a plush, so I had to get this. I don't have much to say. It's a solid plush, and it's Builder Luigi. Everyone loves Builder Luigi. Alright, let's talk about this guy. He's a bootleg. I believe he's a bootleg of the new Super Mario Bros. DS Mario plush. I don't like owning bootlegs for the most part, unless, like, because they're low quality. I don't mind owning a bootleg with, like, a character they're not making any other merch of, like, all those Bowser ones, but, you might be wondering, why do I even own this? My mom bought it for me when I was, like, 6 when she went to Las Vegas. And I think it's cute to own something like that. I don't know. I'm endeared to it. It's very ugly. Look at that L. Look at that nose. His nose wasn't always like this, but when I was a kid, like, you can, like, poke it in. And that's what happened to him. And that's why I own this. I don't know. There's a cute story behind this plush, and that's kind of the only reason I hold on to it. Here's the... Let me just do them at the same time. These are the two, like, Sine Luigi plushies. This is the kind of the older one that's not as good. And this is the more recent one. This is kind of Luigi Prime, as they would say. If you wanted to buy a Luigi plush, this is the way you go. The All-Stars Sine Luigi plush. This is the older one. It's fine, too. It's a little broken, though, because I've owned this one for a long time. This was kind of the Luigi plush I owned for a bit. Okay, so, if you're aware of this plush's infamy, you might want to scream at me right now. This is Kelly Toy Luigi. This is the oldest Luigi plush I own. This is the first one I owned, and it's missing its overalls because I would play with it when I was 6. I'm sorry for being 6 years old at some point in my life. This plush is super popular. It's out of all the Kelly Toy ones, it's the one that usually goes for the most. And I've owned it since I was 6. And it's broken and I don't even know where its overalls are anymore. They're long gone. This is a very endearing... Its neck is flopping around, too. This is a very endearing plush, though. It's kind of designed to look more like N64 Luigi, but I don't think it quite captures, like, N64 Luigi perfectly. So you're left with this kind of just bizarre-looking Luigi plush, and I love it with all my heart. You know, it's broken, but he's part of the family now. I'm gonna do these two at the same time because they're not super... I'm just do all 3 of these at the same time. They're not super interesting. There's more Luigis. Here's Cat Luigi from 3D World. His paws have like magnets in them. They look snapped together, which is cute. Here's Baby Luigi. I bought this at a Target. That's at the epic origin story of how I bought Baby Luigi. And here's Fire Luigi. I don't remember where I got this one. But at a point in my life, I would just buy all the Luigis I could. And that's the story, probably. I just probably bought it because it was Luigi. You know, you might be able to guess. I kind of like Luigi. A little bit. Just a little, though. These last two are interesting, though. This was another gift from Kells. They were kind of getting rid of stuff they didn't need to own anymore. And this is the Super Mario Kart Luigi plush. This line is amazing. It comes with the characters from the original game, and there's a Lakitu, too. And they all come with carts, and it's the cutest thing ever. I wish they would do something like this again. They're stylized adorably, too. Like, you can see he's missing his overalls, but that's not me ripping them off. The plush just comes like that. They're incredibly simple, but they're so cute. Look at his face. That's adorable. His ears are, like, super... I love... Like I said earlier, this is one of those UFO catcher ones. I love old UFO catcher plushies so much. They're so, like, low quality, but, like, in the cutest way possible. This is one of my favorite Luigis of all the Luigis I own. And lastly, we have Casino Luigi. I love Casino Luigi in Mario 64 DS. I think it's a very snazzy look for this little man. I'm glad when they were making the... This is New Super Mario Bros. Line, I believe. Yeah, when they were making that line, they decided to make the Luigi plush for it. This instead of something else. Because I love getting weird plushies like this. This gets bootlegged a ton. And I'm going to be frank here. I'm not actually sure if this is a bootleg or not. I don't think it is. It's got the right tag. Mine didn't have, like, the actual, like, tag. It was, like, ripped off. Or was it? Did I rip the tag off of this one? This one was stupid. I don't know. But either way, this is bootleg or not, I still really like this plush. It's very small and cute. I love Casino Luigi. It's one of my favorite kind of... Whenever people like mods of stuff, they tend to include Mr. L as an alt, but I think we need to show some more love to Casino Luigi, you know. Look how snazzy he looks. Look how cute he is. I love Luigi. Our origin in the end here, this is what I like to call the anime shelf. Take it by all means. Here's all the Precure stuff I own. I got into Precure with like the last year or so, so I've just started. I'm sure to own more of these someday. Here is Cure Flamingo. This was a gift from my girlfriend, Rosa, who was very kind of her. Cure Flamingo is a very cool character, if you've watched that show. I don't actually know she's my favorite from that particular season, if only because every character from that season is really fun. But I like her a lot. She kind of aligns with a character type I like a lot, which is kind of a cool, tomboyish girl character. She's very cool. Very awesome. This is Cure Earth, who was the only Cure to be an adult, technically, which is notable. I have actually watched the series she's from yet, but from everything I've seen of this character, I think I'm gonna love her. I'm a big fan of kind of ditzy ladies. Let's be frank here. And she's kind of one of those, and I'm very excited to meet her. So I thought I'd buy her plush in advance because I know I'll like her. I'll put these two together because they're kind of always together in the show. This is Akira and Yukari. If you know something about Precure, these are the gay characters. You might think I'm exaggerating, but that's pretty much what they are. These are technically from two different lines. This is the UFO catcher Akira. This is kind of the Yukari they sold like in stores. When I bought the Akira, maybe I'm insane, but I swear I bought the one, like the listing had the image from the line this one's from, but I got this one instead. I don't know if there was a mix-up, because I think the seller was also just selling this one too. They might have just got them confused when they were sending them. I don't hold any ill will. I'll probably just end up buying like the inverse of the ones I don't own someday, because these are probably my two favorite Precures. Akira's the best character. She's so cool. The last Precure I think I own that's a plush is Prunce. Prunce is my favorite of the fairies. I love Prunce. He's so funny. He's a little guy. Kel sent me this one too, I'm pretty sure. His tag is bigger than him. So he's kind of being dragged around by his huge tag. I love characters that I would define as, I call them whisper-likes, which are like little guys who float around and give advice. But they're also not respected. And that's what Prunce is. I think he's funny. I like the idea of the Precures having that, like, a dad character. There's Mako from Kill la Kill. I don't actually like Kill la Kill that much, but I own this anyway. I kind of like Mako. I don't know. That's all I have to say about this one. Here are the... I'm gonna hit the window. Here are the two Toho plushies I own. So when I bought this Reimu, I bought her and... Because recently they kind of restocked a bunch of them. Fumos are not super easy to get in the West, but I'm also an idiot, so maybe there's an easier way to get them. But they restocked a bunch of them recently. And when I bought this one, I bought Marissa too, and then she went out of stock, so I didn't end up getting her. So I only own Reimu right now. And I'd like to buy some more someday, if I could. A lot of the characters I like are hard to get, so I probably don't know how many I'll get. But it's very cool. Here's Yuko. Her hat comes off, and look at her bald, I guess. Yuko's probably one of my favorite Tohos. She's in my top 3, at least. I really like Yuko. I think she's very cool and cute. And here is Osaka. This is maybe my favorite thing in this collection. I love this plush. It's a shockingly high quality like plush of Azumanga Daioh. This is from a line they did based off the like summer vacation arc they did. It comes with Osaka, Chiyo, Sakaki, and the cat that Sakaki gets. Its name is slipping me right now. And these are Sega Prize UFO catcher plushes, which are really big and really high quality always. And I feel like having a really big high quality plush of Osaka is just really cool. And I like this design for her. I think she looks nice at it. But it's super cool plush. I wish the other characters kind of got plushies of this quality. It's only like 3 of the girls and like the cat. There are plushies of like the other girls, but like they're smaller UFO catcher low quality ones. I wish they had ones this big and like high quality because these are super cool. Here is Madeline and Battleline. I love Celeste, so I love Celeste a lot. So I had to get these. These are really cool plushies. You can take the jacket off. These are the fan gamer ones also. That is what they are from. But super cool plushies. I've said that so many times. A bunch of it just said like, he can fucking plushies. No, cool plushies. They got the character designs pretty well. And the fan gamer tends to include a lot of like fun details. Like you could take Sans jacket off, I'm pretty sure too. And you like tear Sans apart, you can like find something in him. That goes for all the Undertale plushies. They always include a lot of really cute little details in their stuff. And these are no exceptions. These are really cool plushies from a game I like a whole lot. Okay, I'm dying. We're almost done. Here is the 2 Pop Team Epic ones I own. And I have a story about these ones too. Another one. I bought these and then they got lost in the mail for like a month. And I thought they just were never going to come. Because like they were supposed to come like at a certain time and then they didn't. And then like 2 weeks later, on a rainy night, they showed up on my doorstep out of nowhere after I thought they were long gone and never gonna come. Which feels befitting to Pop Team Epic. I think these two, are cursed and they're going to kill me in my sleep. Here's a few more of the anime guys before we get to all the Yokai Watch shit I own. Move. Here's Radical Edward from Cowboy Bebop. This is here we go. This is the first partial something negative about. They got her, like, skin color wrong. She's a bit, how do you say, white in this plush? Because in the show, she's, like, tan. She's, like, a dark tan to her. But she's very white in this plush. Which is not great. Everything else is fine, but, they kind of fucked up the skin color bad here. It's the Little Mac amiibo of plushies. Here's RL from Puyo Puyo. I'm a casual Puyo Puyo fan, I would say. I play some of the games, but I'm, like, not super duper into, like, them. But I like RL. I think she's a cool, fun character. Again, I love owning these, like, kind of old, kind of not amazing UFO character plushies. I think they're super cute. And, that applies here. It's a really cute little plush. I like how they just, because I made a plush of this now, this would, like, be, like, a physical thing on her body. But since the little plush is kind of just put into the fabric, and I think that's fun. Like, it's got a cute little Puyo. Here are the two Kimono Friend plushies I own. I was into Kimono Friends for a bit. Not so much anymore. It's fine. I like the first season of Kimono Friends and, like, nothing else from it. That's the best way to put it. I don't really care about any of the games or, like, any of the seasons after that. The first season is very good, and I like it a lot. But anything after that, I do not give a shit about. This is Margay. I forgot this one's name. It's one of the penguin ones. I think she's cute. I just bought the two I thought were cute. When I see a girl in glasses, I think that's cute. That's all I have to say about these. They're nice plushies, though. They're kind of supposed to stack on each other, which is cute. Isn't that fun? That's fun. Alright, here's all the Yokai Watch shit I own. Here's Android Yamada. So if you don't know anything about Yokai Watch, Android Yamada is kind of infamous for... He was designed by a child. It was part of for Yokai Watch 2 and 3, I don't think they did it for 4. I'm 90% sure they didn't do it for 4. They added a few yokai based on characters like kids designed, and Android Yamada, out of all the ones they've ever added, is kind of the most popular. He has his own anime segment. He's got, like, a special, like, mechanic in the game. He's kind of managed to, like, stay prevalent. Yokai Watch will throw things out the window, like ideas and characters. But despite everything, Android Yamada has kind of persisted. I think the people at level 5 really like Android Yamada, and that's how he's kind of stayed around so much. And I like Android Yamada a lot too. I think it's the kid who designed this was a genius. It's a very endearing character design. Just like this old dad-looking guy, also on a robot's body. It's very fun. I can kind of see why he stuck around so much. Here's Wakappa. This is a plush. You two move. You'll go make out. This is Wakappa. This is a plush from the keeps falling over. I can't keep him up. This is a plush from the Hasbro line they did. Hasbro, a lot of Yokai Watch fans give them shit for reasons that I understand, but I give them credit. They did plushies of some characters who you'd think would have plushies but didn't. And Wakappa was one of them, and I'm glad they did, because I do like Wakappa. The kind of problem I have with Yokai Watch in general, plush-wise, I'm just gonna fall over, who cares? After a bit, they kind of stopped. Yokai Watch isn't like Pokemon, where, like, every single creature has, like, a plush or something. At a certain point in time, they started really only making plushies of, like, the mascot guys and the S-rank yokai they needed to advertise. And, like, that was it, really. And, like, I like a lot of those guys, but, like, there's a lot of guys I keep saying guys. Like, that's what they're called, guys. There's a lot of yokai I would like plushies for, they just never really did. That's kind of why my collection kind of stops where it is. There's just not a ton. There's a few I like that have plushies I wouldn't mind getting someday, but my interest in Yokai Watch in general has, like, waned in recent years. So I don't super want a ton, both because I'm just kind of out of the series right now a bit. Another one's left. Like, there's a few left I like, but nothing that I super want. And then Wakappa, there he is from Hasbro. Let's do the two other Hasbro. Oh my god, he almost fell. Here's Whisper from Hasbro. Whisper is my favorite yokai. I can do both at the same time. Both the Whispers I own. Whisper is actually, my favorite yokai. I think he's great. It's such a simple design, but it's very iconic. This is the Hasbro one, this is a Western one, and this is a plush based off Josper, which is a form of Whisper. You can take it off, but I don't feel like taking it off on camera, because that'd be embarrassing for him. But yeah, you can take it off and it's a normal Whisper plush. I think this is actually, for a while, like the only way you could get like a normal Whisper plush in Japan. They were kind of weird about Whisper for a bit. I think Level 5, for a bit at least, thought people didn't like Whisper that much, which is not true. He's very popular. I've noticed like a shit in terms of like merchandise they make, and also the anime itself tends to give a lot more attention to him now. Like, he tends to take up a lot of segments. I don't actually watch the anime, I just want to peep in. I've noticed that he tends to like be kind of the star of it, and it makes sense because he's much more adaptable than a lot of other main characters they have. But yeah, I like Whisper a lot. These are two really cool plushies. Here's Koma-san. I used to really like Koma-san, and now I'm pretty whatever on him. He's fine. This is a good plush, though. You know, Hasbro, for any shit you give them for how they handle the line, I think the plushes were all really nice. This is a really cute... I think this is better than a lot of the Japanese Koma-san plushes they've made. I think this one's really cute. But I don't know much to say. I used to really like Koma-san, but after a bit, I kind of got tired of him. Which sounds insane. That's just kind of what happened. Here is Usoppon. This is another one of my favorite yokai, but this is the only plush I own of him. Because when I started like really liking Usoppon, it was also when I started falling out of the series. I didn't really want to buy a ton of merch of him, so I'm like, alright, I'll buy this one plush of him that looks a little quirky. He's kind of wearing a little outfit. This is from the second movie, where they go to Hawaii at the end. Or Yokai Hawaii or whatever. I also have a figure of this exact design. But yeah, I like Usoppon. Another simple UFO catcher plush, but it's cute. It's a cute little plush. Fucking Pinto Corn, baby. Yokai Watch 3. A lot of the yokai from that kind of get thrown to the wayside because of the kind of their theming. And even a lot of the ones that aren't like American yokai kind of get tossed to the side. But Pinto Corn has managed to pursue, and I'm proud of him because it's a very cute design. There's something very endearing about this corn that makes this face. I think they got it down pretty well in plush form. I believe this is a UFO catcher plush too. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Pinto Corn. The last two, these are kind of fun ones, I think. These are Saki-chan and Bunny Mint. These are two. I have plushes like all four are like my favorite yokai. These are like the other two. I really like these two. I like their designs a lot. I think they're cute. And I'm glad they were lucky enough to get plushies of them. This is a UFO catcher plushie, and this is a kind of just a general store plushie. I like these characters a lot. I love their designs. I'm glad to own them in plush form. I'm glad because they don't make Yokai Watch plushies a lot anymore. They were making a ton for a bit of like all those like S ranks and mascots I was talking about. But they stopped for a bit, and they just haven't gone back. Like none of the yokai from 4 are like Shadow Side really have plushies, and there's only like a very few amount of like Y Academy ones. So I'm glad they got to these two before they stopped, because I really like these two. I'm glad they made them. Okay, here's the last shelf. It's kind of like big stuff and a little few miscellaneous. Here's a frog. My friend Vivian got me this frog. I'm Ryan Ribbity. I like frogs. Here's a plush my girlfriend Rosa got me. It's a little frog with a crown. It's very soft and comfortable. I would actually sleep on this sometimes because it's so soft. This is like one of this is the softest fucking thing I own. It's really comfy and cute. I like it a lot. Someone needs to try it. Like them say I liked it a lot or it's cute in this video. I'm like touching it right now. It's so soft. Just kind of bring them down here. Here's Koma-san, back from where I liked Koma-san a lot. It's a cute plush. It's got its little purse they added to his design after a while. But that's all I really have to say about it. It's cute. It sure is. Here's the My Melody Amy classic Amy plush. This is, like I said, I technically owned one other Sonic plush earlier, and this is the one I own. I forget what else was in this kind of lineup they did. There was, I know Hello Kitty was Sonic, and I think there was a Tails and Shadow too. There was like the Sanrio characters dressed with them. They're all the classic ones, I'm pretty sure. But super cute plush. I bought this because it was cute. That's the main. I don't have any deep reason for it. I bought it because it was cute. It looked cute. It's a nice size. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. It's all I need to say sometimes. Here is a Hello Kitty plush. Oh my god, something just fell down. I'll pick that up. I bought this. I didn't buy this. I won this at an arcade. That's the story behind this one. I do have a funny story about this one. I got this plush before I was out, and I was with my parents. And I went to the arcade, and they were questioning me on why I'd want this, because I wasn't out to them yet. And they were confused. I didn't explain it. I just oh, it's a cute plush. And I don't know, I always associate this plush with that story. I think it's funny. We're rounding off the things Lou sent to me. Here is Wedding Peach. This came with it's a very hefty plush, first of all. It's very big. This came with a duo with a Wedding Mario. And somehow I need to get that Wedding Mario because they're kind of supposed to be paired together. This is a really cool plush. It's really big. It's of a unique design. I love getting big, kind of special plushies like this. They don't make a ton for Mario. So it's cool this one exists. It's super high quality. I mean, Sine doesn't make low quality plushes. And this is like a kind of a deluxe one they've made. The face is super accurate. It's just a great plush. I hope they make more of these kind of bigger ones. And the last thing Lou sent me is I need to, hold on, this is technically a puppet. So let me put it on my hand. You can look at my kind of dirty shelf. I don't have to get this all in view. This is Miggy from the anime Parasite. He is a parasite. Parasite is a very gory anime. I would say, if you're not able to handle gore, don't watch it. But I can handle it, and I liked it a lot. It's a really good anime. You're gonna feel a lot of emotions if you watch it. This is a very funny puppet of the character Mickey, who kind of takes over the main character's hand. It's super fun plush from an anime that's kind of fucked up. Now let me pick the thing I dropped on the ground. This is a custom plush of Cat from Animal Crossing. She is my favorite villager in Animal Crossing. It is a custom plush from Etsy. I don't remember who made it. I'm gonna put that on screen right now. I hope it's on screen right now. This is another one of my favorite things I own. The custom plush sheet is really cool, and I want to look into it more because, I mean, this is like higher quality than like most official Animal Crossing plushies. And they don't make a ton of plushies of like kind of the villager characters in Animal Crossing unless you're as popular as Raymond, you're not gonna get a plush usually. And Cat's not a super popular animal in Animal Crossing. So I'm glad these custom plushies exist because this is honestly even better than like anything like that would come officially. It's big, it's super high quality. I highly recommend if you're into like Animal Crossing, particularly in a villager you really like. I would look into custom plushies, honestly. There's a ton of really good ones out there. I love Cat. Alright, the last thing, finally, is a really cool thing. This is a plush of my Sona that Kel's made. My friend Kel's. They made this for me. And it's so cool. This is my favorite plush I own. Which sounds narcissistic, but I promise the main reason it's my favorite plush I own is because a friend made it for me. And that's very sweet of them to do. Not only is this a cool looking plush of my Sona, it's got like features. So you can take the glasses off. Under it you can see her beautiful eyes. Which is really fun. They got like magnets in there. And you can take the hat off too. And you can see the hair. I tend to be very careful with this plush because the stitching is a bit weird around the neck and I don't want to break it. But it's a super cool plush. A very sweet gift. He made, my friend Kelsey, Rosa got one too. They made one for Rosa. It was very nice of them to do that. I'll put that on screen right now. But yeah, this is my favorite plush I own. It's super cool. I love it so much. Okay, I'm recording this before I even do the main video, so you can get a kind of a good look at the whole shelf, as it usually is. Yeah, it is so cool. I figured I was like kind of just a little setup for the video. These are like my figure shelf, quote unquote. I don't have much to say about any of these. I just kind of bought them because I wanted them. This is a collection built up over the years too. The most recent thing I've got is these Splash Star plushies figures. I am one of the 3 people who like Splash Star, so I had to own them. They made figures of, I'm forgetting their names. There's Michiru and Karu. I believe that's their names. I hope I got that right. And their characters I like a lot, and Splash Star's getting a lot of love, so it's cool they made figures of them. But that's about it. I don't have any really other big stories here. But yeah, that's it for the video. Luigi.